Okay.
What's going on, New Gaming Order? Make sure this week you check out the director's cut of this show where we go straight through all topics, because during the intermission there was an interesting discussion where I had a topic on the Facebook page, and this is in response to Stone Fox Media, Chris, who was talking about only 34% of Steam users are running their games at 1080p, and what's the real importance of running games that high. And I know this is kind of linked to an old topic where Review Tech USA was talking about, well, Sony can run all their games at 1080p, but oftentimes have to sacrifice performance to do it. So it's like, okay, what would you rather have, performance or the prettiness? But I felt like in some ways my response is he took a stab at the PC Master Race, so to speak. And since we have three PC guys here on the panel, I just want to know what they thought about this. And I'll start with NYC Playboy. I wish I had the link to Stone Fox Media's video, but it was just like, ooh, because he was basically saying that it's all about the consoles right now. The consoles pull more money than like PC ports of the game, where they're potentially, like, the performance is potentially always greater on the PC, yes, but on the console is as you get it, pick up and play, but well, yeah, go ahead.
You have a lot of these games are being ported from the console to the PC, and they're locked at 30 frames per second. Prime example, the new Final Fantasy game that came out, locked at 30 frames per second. People are ripping them apart.
That's the typo one that was on the handhelds?
HD0.
Really?
That was HD0. That's like, it's not true HD. It's not.
Shit! Really?
But aren't these games developed on PC first? Like that's
no,
kind
of. That one was handheld. That was
that was the 3DS. That was on the PSP.
Okay.
It was developed on the PSP. So.
Yeah, I'm just okay.
It goes back to the developer, and when they do the translation to the PC, it's just, I don't know, it's crazy.
Shouldn't it be optimized? Like, for instance, you had Dead Rising 3 PC port, right? Some people, there are ways you can get it to run at 60 frames, but they said don't do it. It's gonna run unstable or whatever, but it can be done. So
Dark Souls, when the Dark Souls 1.
Yeah, like, but I'm just saying, like, okay, with. And it's not all PC gamers, but those types that have their nose in the cloud saying, hey, PC Master Race, and then this percentage popped up. It's like, how do you guys respond to that for my PC people? Go Ken, your thoughts.
Yeah.
Tell me why you mad. Tell you why you're mad.
I'm not even mad. Most people are probably playing those games at 1080p because they're probably streaming it anyway.
Yeah.
No one's streaming like 2560 by 1440 or I mean 4K that much.
Yeah.
At 1080p the games run smooth. At 2560 by 1440 they still run smooth.
Yeah.
Like those numbers seem kind of skewed on that survey. It's like weird. I doubt all those in betweens would be like 1.1, 0.3. I would expect to see more at 2560 by 1440.
Yeah.
Right.
Not so much 4K. I would actually I would suspect that maybe 15% is probably 4K, right? I mean,
they even mentioned that. They're like, the higher it is, the less likely you're gonna find them running the PC games.
It's those numbers seem kind of off. I mean,
so they're cooking the books.
Fun at the PC Master Race. I mean, we already know that the games just run. They look better. They run better.
With certain exceptions.
With certain exceptions of console ports, right?
Yeah, the Batman games.
Most native PC games that are designed run awesome all the time.
Yeah.
60 frames is like a minimum. It's like the average, and it's probably been that way for like 12 years.
Mm-hmm. But like the main thing is like what Stone Fox Media's video was like about is like, okay, why are people talking crap when not everybody can use the full potential of what these PC ports can offer? If you really break it down, like the consoles are baseline and PCs have varying degrees of performance depending on the rig that you're using. So that I think that's where the big difference is. Like console performance is baseline straight across. You
No,
know,
but that's not true, right? They don't have a baseline.
no, okay, like an Xbox or a PlayStation 4, right?
Hopefully, it runs at 30 frames consistently. You know, they got to make the games. They can't have too many characters on the screen, or it'll take up too much memory bandwidth. They have all those issues. You know what I'm saying? Whereas a PC doesn't. We don't run into that too often. You know, you either set your own limitations.
Yeah, but you see, your rig, Playboy, Nelson, mine, like Chris, like, you know, we all on this panel have buff PCs, right? Not everybody's like us. You know what I mean?
But guess what? That's why they make graphics cards like 950, the 950 You can downscale the game. You don't have to play it at 1080p. You can have 720p.
Yeah.
You can go 1026 by what was that? 1026 by 7?
By 1824.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you know, in general, like, I know it kind of seems biased, but I'm on the fence. I'm like, hey, you know, I get that. Yeah, you're always gonna get potentially better ports and performance out of PC games, but what's with all the power if they can't use it? You know what I mean?
I got a point for that.
We can use the power. Have you played Skyrim?
Yeah, we can. Let's talk about just the general consumer that they're not nerds like us. You know what I mean?
So the general consumer can they can build a PC or buy a PC that's at console level. I mean, that's what they're normally doing. That's why they're playing 1080p at like 60 and below frames per second.
Okay. I mean, you know, I just wanted to leave this open so that we can get through the topic quickly. But Shinwar, did you have anything to add to this?
No, I don't have anything to add.
Okay, so I mean, I just wanted to shed some light on it, and you know, I didn't get to look at the chat to see. But Nelson, I mean, what are your thoughts?
Well, what I think is whoever wrote that article and stuff like that, that's kind of a biased kind of opinion that he has towards the PC community as a whole, because there's people out there, like, I'll split it up like this. Let's say us on the panel, we work with computers, we know how to build computers, we know how to optimize our settings to the fullest extent. So we can enjoy our games to our graphics cards and motherboards limitations. We can make the game visually and performance wise on a whole nother bar. Then you have the general consumer that has no idea about it, that has, you know, let's say like system OSs like Steam that helps and optimizes whatever their current settings is to be able to play at whatever particular bar that they can be set at. Now, if what Goken was mentioning, they can act like a friend or a relative, like, hey, I want to buy a PC. Telling you, the internet is very easy to access all information now. You could go to any website. I want to build a PC. Boop, specs come up right there. This is what you need. This is what you need.
PC part picker. PC part picker.
And then on top of that, if you really think about it, you're saving money on buying consoles. Yes, because it's a buy start. That's it. It's a buy start machine. With a PC, you have to buy all the parts, which costs more than a console, but it will last longer.
Yeah, that's true.
In the longer run.
Yeah. Like if something happens where you need to buff up your graphics card, just go out to Micro Center or Best Buy and hook it up from there.
Which is what I recommend consoles do. Allow people to buy graphics cards for their damn console. Like, don't keep making people buy new consoles. If you want people to, you know, just give me like an add-on thing. Give me like the base with your OS, and then give me like I go purchase this add-on thing that gives.
You know what, Goken? We'll do that topic next week. I want to do some research on that. Like, should consoles be customizable at some point?
You know what's funny? We actually spoke about this topic way back when.
Yeah, this is what the Steam Box is trying to do, a customizable console.
But let's say Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo go that route. Would that be a good idea?
I think it would be a great idea.
Okay.
Hold on one second, Playboy. Can you mute your mic? I don't know if you're on the phone.
Oh, I think he was muted. I didn't hear him.
No, I still hear him.
I hear him too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The other thing you have to look at too, like when you do polls and stuff like that, are these people gaming on desktops, laptops? Because gaming laptops have limitations that the desktop won't have. Like me doing a lot of research on looking to buy a gaming laptop, a lot of them will have a 3K or 4K screen, but if you don't have like a GTX 970 or higher, it can't run at 4K anyway.
Mhm.
That is
A
true.
laptop with a 4K screen is retarded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you go and buy that shit either, all right?
A 4K laptop? What?
Laptop.
Shut the hell up.
The thing is, they're making them more affordable. Like, I've seen one. Lenovo makes one that's like 1,100. MSI makes one. It's not 4K.
I'm not paying that.
But the thing is, laptops, like, let's be realistic. If you're trying to get some serious performance out of it, a laptop is never, ever, ever the way to go.
It's just gonna be 20 pounds. It's just gonna be 20 pounds.
I'm gonna get a desktop. I'm not gonna buy it. Like,
Right.
the laptop would be like if I was to come up there and like hang out with y'all or something. That I could bring my gaming laptop and stream. But
Yeah,
I'm
but
making gaming rig now. Cause
No,
it's gonna
but-
overheat and all that crap. I ain't got time.
but mind you, there are particular people out there that are streamers that rely heavily on laptop software
Because they move
like,
around.
Well, not because they move around, is because it's
I hear
cheaper.
you. I know.
It's cheaper in the sense to actually have a gaming laptop than a gaming desktop.
And like you all were talking about, now looking at Alienware, they have the adapter where you can use desktop graphics card with the Alienware laptop.
Yeah, the externals. Yeah, well, and Gokin was talking about this on one of our podcasts way back, where like now you don't really have those limitations anymore. So it is what it is. But before we just go off on a tangent, we're gonna go into intermission. So make sure
you my turn yet.
Oh, I thought you did. All right, go ahead, Chris.
Well, I said I had comments.
Yeah,
I
he
posted
did.
an article. This is the article I linked to you earlier, Alex, but you didn't read it. You just assumed it was the same one. But this article goes into the fact that the top 1% of the people on Steam own 33% of the games.
Mm-hmm.
The top 20% of people on Steam own 88% of the games. Extrapolating these numbers, there's a bigger fit. The majority of the games are being played at those resolutions are better. Assuming this is the full hardware scan from all their people. And the survey on the actual gaming audience, I'm not sure how they extracted that. But assuming the numbers are similar, you have the top 30% are doing at the 1080p, and you have the top 20% owning 88% of the games. So this is the shit they like to do with statistics. They don't tell you how many actually people are doing these things, where the vast majority of people on Steam only own one game. If you own 4 games, you only have to own 4 games to be in the top 20% of game owners on Steam.
Okay.
You have to own to be in the top. Most people that play Dota or Counter-Strike, they only own either game or like 1 or 2 games, and that's it. So most of the people are playing on high-end consoles. At least the hardcore gamers are. The people that actually care. The casuals or people that just play one game, they're probably playing at crappy resolutions. But if you also look further in the article, just under half the gamers are playing with dual-core processors.
Damn.
But you know what? You know what pisses me off about this entire discussion? Seriously?
Yeah.
Over the last 2 or 3 years, it's been a graphics war. And it's like, and I said this in one of the Facebook gaming groups, I'm like,
All gamers are too. Put them on blast.
no, it's like, who cares? It's like, I want a good quality game, because there's been plenty of beautiful games that come out that play like crap. And it's like, y'all having this resolution war. I mean, hell, we grew up on Nintendo. You want to talk about graphics?
We were fighting over colors and pixels and stuff.
And on Nintendo, we could play the same game over and over and over. Now it's like, oh, mine looks better, yours looks better. Really? Like, as long as the game is good? I'm playing Battletoads on Rare Replay right now. But there's no graphic issues with that or anything like that. But yet, when they come on a new game, oh, it doesn't look good, or oh, Halo's not gonna look as good as
And
this.
frame rate and all that stuff.
I don't buy a game because it's pretty. I buy a game for the functionality, for the gameplay, and will I get my money's worth out of it? Like, this whole resolution war.
We're old school, man. We're old school.
But it's also, you got to think about, because I remember we talked about this like some time ago too, and I kind of got pissed off at telling people this. I'll reiterate that fucking same conversation.
When don't you get pissed off, Nelson?
I'm a
E-hug, man. Need an e-hug.
When he's on the
E-hug.
toilet,
Hey, everybody e-hug Nelson.
I think this requires a no, that's the wrong one. I'm sorry. Actually, no, that was right.
I feel some type of way. But a lot of people still don't know to this day and age, just because of the back of the game case says 1080 fucking p does not mean that the game is actually running on that potential resolution. And on that note, you guys really can't tell the fucking difference between 720p and 1080p unless if you have a particular model.
Or your TV. Right? No, actually, you'll see the difference on bigger TVs.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Like, if you guys have, like, let's say I'm running this Skype call on a 24-inch, you ain't gonna see no fucking difference. But if I run it on my fucking 42-inch, on the other hand, you will see a difference. A lot of people don't seem to understand, like, oh, but it says it on the back of the game case. Sony promotes 1080p all the time.
At the expense of never mind.
Okay, most of their games are running at either 800 to 900p, never at 1080p native.
You sure about that, Nelson? Because some of the
it's upscale. It's called they do an upscale. They up so it'll run 1900 by 1600 by 900. And then they'll upscale it to they'll use the whatever technology to upscale, stretch it.
Right.
1080p, but you're not getting
hold on. Talking about stretching, what?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Like, a lot of people don't seem to understand, like, those exact specifics. Because I could say, oh, I'm running on 1080p, and let's say, for an example, I will put Konami on blast, though it's going to be one of my favorite games to play in the next couple of days. Metal Gear Solid 5, it endorses 1080p at 60 frames per second. You break it down, it's not going to be 1080, guys.
Okay, well,
break it down.
Folks, if you disagree, leave the comments in the description.
If you disagree, I'll curse every single one of you out.
No, so you can't downsize everybody. You can't downsize everybody.
That's wrong. That'll be a fun little video to put up. I'll just be like Nelson's angry rant. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Now do that.
You gonna call these people out, Nelson?
Why not? It's funny.
You can't do that, Nelson. We need the fans, man.
Well, the fans got to be corrected if they're wrong.
Wow. All right. Well, I don't want this
topic. Mike Tyson, Alex.
Yeah. But I don't want the topic to run too long. What the? I'm done. You know what? You're killing me.
You punched
Why
the
you punching that dog out?
Oh, wait till I get the Mike Tyson sound bits. Wait till I get Mike Tyson. Oh man.
Oh shit.
What the heck? Yo, you gotta get it. Oh, unbelievable. New Game Order. We're bringing this topic to an end. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on newgameorder.com. And check us out on the YouTube. Chris, you're killing me, bro. Alright, anyway, Nelson, you got any words before we switch?
Nah, man, you're good, you're good.
Alright, make sure you check us out through the intermission and check out our last two topics. Peace.